The creation of the Water Police Unit WPU comes following the revelations by the Ministry of Water that up to 10.6 billion shillings is wasted every year in non-revenue water.
The government has been losing close to 10.6 billion every year because of non-revenue water, which are related to destruction of the water infrastructure, non-payment of water bills, and wrong meterings, among others.
The government has decided to categorize water infrastructure as part of the critical infrastructure, and therefore, going forward, water and water infrastructure are going to be under the protection of the Critical Infrastructure Police Unit, CIPU, with the special deployment which we are announcing today.
The Water Police Unit of the Administration Police will have a major responsibility to protect the property and other resources of the Ministry of Water while dealing with emerging security trends.
As you're aware, we have been experiencing vandalism, destruction, and tampering with water resources and water infrastructure, which has increased in recent years.
There is need to make sure that this infrastructure is protected against any vandalism, destruction, or damage, so that we are able as Ministry of Water and as government to provide safe and adequate water as required by our 2010 Constitution, and also water has been declared as a human right issue.
You would not want to imagine what could happen to the people of Kenya if people with criminal intent were able to access water reservoirs, dams, and the entire infrastructure that brings water to our towns, our villages, our cities.
A government gazette notice has been issued and Kenyans have been advised to familiarize themselves with the law, as no one will be allowed to approach areas that are under protection.
We have had attempts by criminals who want to vandalize this infrastructure for economic reasons, but we also have had attempts by criminals who wanted or who would have wanted to access these critical resources and critical infrastructure to attack our country's security. Therefore, going forward, it is important that the people of Kenya familiarize themselves with the implications of the gazettement of this critical infrastructure so that they avoid accessing these places unless one is authorized to do so in the first instance.
Currently, the water coverage in Kenya is close to 70%. And with the current plans by the government to invest on UE dams, close to 100 dams, and another small dams close to 1,000 dams, and a number of boreholes across the country, there is need to make sure that all this infrastructure, including irrigation infrastructure, are protected.
The establishment of the unit will help in advancing the government's agenda of socio-economic change through the provision of water and irrigation projects throughout the country. More than 350 officers are set to be in the unit. For Ebro TV, Amode Francis.